Hi, it's Jackster here with another film review. In today's review I am going to review the new Netflix original movie, The Christmas Chronicles. You may be wondering, why am I reviewing a Netflix original? Well, in school, one of the staff members in my class put this movie on for us to watch, as it was nearing Christmas. I've heard from a few of my friends though, that it is a bad movie. And by the looks of it at first glance I couldn't agree more with them. To make matters worse, one of my friends told me that a few elves in the movie do this really annoying Fortnite dance called the floss. Now before you go saying in the comments saying that Fortnite is awesome, please be sure that I hate Fortnite and that is my personal opinion. And trust me, I don't like the dance either. But that is my personal opinion. Having said that, the movie got a reasonable rating on Rotten Tomatoes. But now that for some reason I've had to watch this, can it bring a jolly experience for us all? Or does the movie deserve its place on the naughty list? Let's see. The storyline. The Christmas Chronicles follows a brother and sister, named Teddy and Kate respectively, who, after accidentally crashing Santa's sleigh while getting proof of Santa being real, need to save Christmas in time with him. I feel like the aspect of trying to figure out if Santa is real has been done many times, and it seems like a very unoriginal plot element. Not to mention that this whole storyline in general is a big mess. It is painfully predictable from pretty much start to end, but that isn't the only problem. Many scenes would just drag on for so long and it would make people think, okay, we get it. Move on already. Seems like they needed all that filler to stretch the running time, and that really makes the pacing quite slow. Another thing that bothers me in this film is that I feel like with some unoriginality in it, the story can be filled with a lot of cliches. A lot of people have pretty much heard of the main protagonists coming along with Santa to save Christmas, along with the element of getting proof that Santa's real. All this adds up to justify the very poor writing in this feature. However, not all of the storyline is bad. A few of the action scenes are a little engaging, sure not amazing or exciting, but it's definitely not a bore, like that car chase with the Dodge Challenger. But with all those negatives for the storyline, that alone will not save this movie from having very weak writing and a cliche-filled storyline. I'm going to give the story a 2 out of 10. The visuals. This isn't really considered an animated film. Sure, there are a few uses of character computer animation, but most of all the CGI is used on the visual effects alone, and to be honest, they're a little bit of a mixed bag. The main reason why I'm saying that is because, while, yes, there was a bit of effort put into the visuals, and they could have had potential, but all in all they just don't look realistic enough to fit a feature film like this, or its experience and atmosphere. It's as if the effects look like they came out of a student project at some parts. They aren't terrible though, that's for sure. And I will admit, one saving grace for the visuals is the computer animation on the elves. Yes, they do look a little generic, and they are made a little too small. But the overall quality isn't that far off from DreamWorks or Disney's CGI standards. The movements are smooth and detailed, and the elves, while looking generic, do look quite polished and well textured. Computer animation is used on the reindeers too, and they retain the same qualities from the animation of the elves. It's actually a big letdown though, that all that good CGI animation on the reindeers and elves were wasted when combined with the very amateur looking effects, which hurt the film's visuals. I'm going to give them a 6 out of 10. The characters. This was likely the moment I was dreading the most for me, likely because of that stupid floss dance the elves do in the movie. Anyways, let's start off with Santa, voiced by Kurt Russell. He's quite sassy, even for Santa. The thing is though, he doesn't really look like Santa that much, and to be fair, he's a very forgettable character. Teddy and Kate aren't that much better, and in the first act, Teddy is such an annoying little jerk to his sister. I just hated how those two couldn't get along in the beginning. It made the movie become rather obnoxious. In all honesty, none of the characters are that interesting, or have much development. Most of them feel like they are there for the filler the movie has. Mrs. Claus is only there for the rather pointless filler ending, Teddy and Kate's father is only there for a few minutes, and he's dead, so no interesting elements about him, nor any purpose of him being in this movie, apart from the fact that he died. There's no likable traits in any character in the movie at all, hardly any of them serve a purpose, as most of them consist of town people who aren't even funny. It's just such a bore seeing these characters, and it annoys me how little development was put into them. The voice acting isn't even that good. And don't even get me started about those stupid elves. They talk as stupid elfish, or elvish, I don't know, language for some reason, as if they were the minions speaking their own minion-y language. And I swear, seeing them floss just made me question why I'm watching this movie in the first place. Having your side characters do a dead, overused trend is one thing, but having no character development or likable traits in any character in this movie just shows how annoyed I am with the people involved with making this movie. And that honestly shocks me, because this came from the people who brought us the first Harry Potter movie and Home Alone. I'm going to give the characters a 0 out of 10. This probably might sound a little harsh, but this is one of the worst Christmas films I have ever watched. The Christmas Chronicles is an awful film filled with cliches and the weak writing and predictably stretched out storyline, subpar visuals, slow pacing, no development or likable traits in the characters whatsoever, and very poor voice acting. Maybe younger audiences will find this decent, especially those Fortnite fans out there with that floss. But if you're an older individual, just avoid this feature. There is little to be gained from watching it. It'll just waste an hour and 3/4 of your time and make you want to reconsider your decision to watch this. The Christmas Chronicles has gotten a total of 8 out of a possible 30 points, which translates to an overall score of 2.5 out of 10. I hope you enjoyed this film review. If you did, leave a like on this video, and if you're new and you enjoy my content, subscribe and hit the bell to be notified of any future content I post. Thanks a lot, and I'll see you all in the next video. Subscribe by clicking on my profile picture that has a yellow background, and subscribe to my good friend, DBG channel, right above my picture. Also check out some of my videos, including my unusual news reports and more. Thank you!